Nerds.
It's kind of weird. You want to be like, do rules still apply? Oh my God. No way I can own one of these. So eerie, splitting lanes, not making any noise.
Yeah, this is dangerous.
Hey guys, so I got to ride Alta's new EXR Redshift. It's their dual sport street legal electric bike, and we got to ride them yesterday, and I crashed it first thing in the parking lot. It's not good.
God damn it.
And then we got to ride them around in San Francisco for a little bit, you know, and with all the tech town people things and us riding around on these bikes that just don't make any noise, it's really cool when people just look at you. They're like, what is that? It's a motorcycle gang that doesn't make any noise. They're just a ton of fun on the street. I mean, they're wild. That you kind of forget like if rules apply anymore, and it's like a free-for-all. They're just super rad on the street. I think if I owned one, I'd just ride it all the time. And with this bike suspension setup, it's set up to be a dual sport bike, so it's got some pretty good street manners aside from the knobby rear tire, which can be a little slick. And now we're out here in Nevada City, which is still in California. We're at this really cool riding area. We've been riding around all day. On the trail, these things are just incredible. They make a ton of sense. Like, you don't have to worry about stalling your bike out, clutching, where your RPM's at, what gear you're in. You can just ride this thing and focus on your body positioning and your line choice, and it makes a lot of sense for somebody like me who's not
It's so easy. All good? Yeah.
And now that we've been riding these bikes off-road for a little bit, I can see where this bike really shines. Nothing feels like way out of whack. It doesn't feel like it's a 270 plus pound bike. It feels like maybe a 240 pound bike. And It just handles really well. It carries its weight well. I've never bottomed it out on anything bad. It just, the suspension's all set up, and the suspension's all WP units. It's got the Explorer forks on it. It's got one of their new units for the rear shock. And I mean, it's set up nice. You're getting this premium bike, like it's a premium race bike. All they did was put blinkers on it. It's got the big battery pack. It makes 50 horsepower. There's no compromises there, and that's what they went out for. They were like, we don't want to build a bike that's like going to go down the road forever, like 100 miles. They just made an awesome dirt bike. It's the first dirt bike I've ever got on that I felt like, man, this thing could actually be a little taller. Like, I don't know if it's because it doesn't have a motor rumbling underneath of me, or it just doesn't feel intimidating, and it just doesn't seem like it's sky high, and it makes a lot of sense for people that like, who just wants to ride for a little bit on the weekends, or maybe go out on the trail, and like, it's super useful to have a bike that's always ready to go, and there's not a lot of maintenance, and it's not intimidating. With the rider modes, there's 4 of them. You could dial it in from, like, you know, puppy dog mode to insane mode, right? But that bike can grow with that person. On the other end of the spectrum, I don't think anybody can really ride this thing in the highest performance mode that it has. It's bonkers. And you crack it open and it just explodes the rear tire. So, okay, the range thing, right? Everybody's gonna be concerned about that. We did 14 miles, single track, a lot of uphill, a lot of downhill. We used up almost a half a battery, so battery life's probably around 30 miles of tight single track stuff. It'll wear you out, and you can recharge these with a generator in an hour and a half. So maybe that makes sense for you, maybe it doesn't. And then there's that whole silent operation thing where people are like, oh, I can ride it in my backyard. You know, I can ride it here, ride it there. Yeah, dude, it's going to be great for that. It's super cool. But then it also sounds really sweet. Like, there's this electric, it's not brap, it's bzzrat. And it just like, it breaks the rear tire loose, and you can hear it, and it makes all these cool noises. It's not quiet, and like, it's silent. It makes a ton of noise. Like, people will hear you coming, you'll be closer to them, and you won't be annoying anybody until you're there and then gone. And that's it. So that's kind of cool too. Yeah, so Alta's just built this really cool bike that if you want an electric dirt bike, this thing's really rad. If you don't want an electric dirt bike that does 30, 35 miles, don't buy one. They're not worried about it. But I got to go do some more photo shoots, and we're going to do some more gravel road riding and some other riding. And don't tell anybody, but I'm tired.
Regularly change in our introduction. Change.
Oh, I'm kind of jammed in here.
You said I could take a ride. Like, yeah, you've seen those horses. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're electric.
I sure didn't hear you. Wow, that's a trip.
Nope. Here we go. Oh, pivot turn the electric bike. Okay, this is normal. Oh God.
I didn't put up at 18 miles an hour. Oh! Holy fuck. Oh my God. I don't know what that is. I don't think that's us. Wait, listen, just listen real carefully. Good opportunity knocks, man. You know, you can't pass that up. Seize the carp.